found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Good morning, everyone. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to generate your database tables from your Java classes. So this video will be very, very useful to you and interesting if you have a little knowledge in Postgres or MySQL or any database. I mean, if you know how to write queries, all these things. The video is going to be useful to you because you will be understanding how much you are wasting too much time doing this stuff, writing queries like creating tables, and if you sometimes you have a problem with your table, you want to update, alter table, things like that. So with this way of doing things using Java Persistence API, it will be very, very easy for you to create your tables in your database, first of all, and then to update. If there is a problem in your database, to update it, you just have to go with your code. It's like killing two birds with one stone. Remember, when you are doing it manually, you have to create your database, create all the tables, and then go to your Java code. If you are a developer, you are developing an application, you go there, you write, or you create also classes that will correspond to the tables that you have, that you are having, many of your tables that you have in your database. Now, instead of doing two things, that is, we can do only one thing and which can give us the same result and with a higher performance. Okay, so instead we are going to proceed because I don't want the video to be too long. We are going to start by show you a class diagram here. These are the three tables that we are going to create in our database using our Java classes, entity classes. We generate these three classes. But as I said before, if you have basic knowledge in MySQL or Postgres, you are seeing the relationship here. We have many. So as a matter of fact, when we generate the physical model, a new table is supposed to be created, and that will be having the two primary key of the two different entities. And between habilitation and type of habilitation, we are having one-to-many. So when we generate the physical model, the primary key of habilitation supposed to migrate to type of habilitation. So let's move on and see what is going to give us. We generate the physical model and see. Okay. So as I was saying before, we have a new table that has been created, person habilitation. We have person ID, habilitation ID. These are foreign key coming from person and habilitation. And if you look at type of habilitation, we are seeing habilitation as a foreign key coming from habilitation. So we are going to go into our Java code, we use entity classes, we generate this from these three classes, I mean person, habilitation, type habilitation, we include in these classes some Java persistence code, and at the end of the day, it generates directly these four classes, these four tables in our database. So before moving on, let us first create a database. I'm using page admin tree, so it's up to you. So we have here a database, JPA demo DB that I created. For the moment, as you can see, we have zero table. See, zero table. So let's go to Netbeans. I'm going to delete this project first so that you will see that we are going to start from the beginning. Okay, now let us create a JavaFX project. We name it JPA demo DB. Finish. This is our project. So the next thing that we have to do is to add the libraries, Hibernate and a JPA library so that we can use entity managers, entity factory manager. To do so, we right click on the project, we go to library, we go to add library, we look for Hibernate JPA. And as you knew that we are going to, we have to deal with database, so we need a connector. So we select also a MySQL connector, persistence JPA 2.5. So I think these are the libraries that we really need to do what we intend to do. The next thing is to create the persistence unit. To do so, we have to right click on the project, new, click on persistence unit. If you are not having it here, you can come on, you go to other, and you look for persistence, and you have persistence unit. Next. Now, when we are here, by default, it will create the unit, the persistence unit name by using the name of the project, and then it add PU. And then you create the database connection. Do it, we create here new connection, and we select the driver. Next, we put here the database name. It said JPA demo DB. Let me check. Does it JPA demo? And we put the password. And we can test the connection to see whether it is good. Connection succeeded. Nice. So we proceed. So next. So we are fine. The persistence unit has been created. So the next thing what we have to do is to create our entity classes. To do it, I have here entity classes because I've been working on these things for a very long time. But you can, if you did not see entity classes here, you can come here. Normally, you will see it there. There is no, come to entity classes. We create, first of all, a package that we're going to call entities. And we select the data type of the primary key of the entity. The entity we are going to, the first entity is person, right? And next. So from our physical model, we know that a person has a first name, a last name. So came here, private string. Last name. So we add getters and setters for the two instance variable that we have added, and we add the default constructor and the overloaded constructor. Okay, nice. I think that our class person is already ready. We have to save the persistence unit. And we need also another class, habilitation. Select the data set, search the type of the primary key, integer, finish. And we have name. do the same thing. We add the getters and setters for the going to fix this. Insert getters and setters. Right. Insert also the default constructor and the overloaded constructor. Good. And the last table that we have to create is type habilitation. Habilitation. We have integer. Entities. Okay, nice. What we have to add also is a name, type name. Good. Add getters and setters. Add the constructors. Good. So I think we are set. We are going to create an entity manager factory. Entity manager factory from Javafx persistence entity factory. Name persistence. Sorry, my computer is very slow. Persistence. Look for create entity manager factory, and then we give as an argument here the name of the persistence. And to find the name of the persistence, you just have to go to the persistence unit and you copy this name. Persistence unit name, copy this one, come here, paste. So we are done. Let us first now run the project and see what we are going to have. Don't worry, there is a small error that we are going to solve. Don't freak out. Please just have to come here, come to library processor. We remove this Eclipse link and we save and run again and see. Okay, if you read the log, we will see that they say that we have succeeded to log into the database. Now let us see whether our three classes, three tables has been created. To do so, you go to services and you come here, create a connection, a connection pool. You do right click on database, new connection, select the driver, next, put the database name JPA demo DB. Good. Click on next. Select the schema. Next. Finish. So we have our pool, our connection pool here. Let us first refresh it, and now we open it. We go to public table. As you can see that we have already our three tables. Habilitation, having ID, name, habilitation. We have also person having ID, first name, last name, and we have the primary key here, and we have type habilitation. If you want also, we can come to PGMyAdmin tree. At the beginning, it was 0 table. When we refresh it, normally it's supposed to give us now the 4 tables. See, this is a default table. Don't bother yourself if it is the persistence that create that default table. It does not really matter. Now what remains is to manage this, how to write the persistence, the JPA code, so that we can have that table. I mean, the table that will be created due to the relationship between the two entities. And the same thing here. To do it, we come to our Java code. We go to any of, we know that we have many between habilitation and person. So don't worry, you go to any one of the classes, you write the following code. ManyToMany. Open the brace, cascade. Open this. Cascade type. Persistent. Cascade type. Match. And then we come type join table. Name. This is the name of the new table that will be created due to the many-to-many relationship. So we can call it person habilitation. Then we have comma here. I join columns or bars. Join column name. This is the name of the column of the resulting table due to the relation. So I mean the primary key that is going to migrate into that table. That's the name that you will put. So the first join column will be the primary key, the ID of the ID of the person. So we put person ID, comma here, inverse, join column, join column, name. We have habilitation ID for the second column. ID. Guys, I'm talking about these two columns. The table name is person habilitation. That is why we put here person habilitation. It's up to you. You can put any name that you want. Now person ID, this is this column. and habilitation ID is this column. I hope you are understanding what I'm doing. I want to make sure that you understand everything. Now we intend the code. After that, we create a list of habilitations. Sorry, my computer is very, very slow, man. Habilitation. Habilitations. Continue. Sorry, my computer is very, very slow. Okay, good. On this side, we are done. So we go to the other side, I mean the second entity, which is habilitation. We type arrobas many at many to many. Format. On mapped, we have to put the name that we have created here. So this name, we copy it, come here, paste it here, and we create an object of person, a list of person. List. Person, persons, equal to new, array, good. Now what we have to do is to generate. But please, guys, you should know that we could interchange. That we could write this code here, this one in the habilitation class, and this one in the person class. It does not change anything. You just have to respect the rules, please. We put the getters and setters for each instance variable that we are creating, and constructor, so that it will take into consideration the new variable that we have added. So we are already done on this side, and we do the same thing here, because at the beginning we did not add the getters and setter for the list that we have just created. So we do it at the overloaded constructor that is going to take into consideration the list. This is where we create list. Okay, I think that it is okay. Now what remains is to manage this guy right there. Here, the foreign key. So to do it, it is simple. We just have to come here, anywhere here. Type ManyToOne and join column. Type the name of the column. It is habilitation ID. and we create an object of habilitation. Add getters and setters. Add the constructor. Nice. So I think that we are set. Let us now run the project and see what is going to happen. Good. Just say that we have logged in successfully. So let us see now whether the relation has been created. Refresh. As you can see here, we have person habilitation. There is this table. This one, it has been created here, person habilitation. And as you can see, we have person ID, habilitation ID. When we click on foreign keys, you can see that we have habilitation ID, which will link to habilitation ID in the habilitation table. And we have person, we have also person ID inside the person habilitation table, which is linked to the person ID in the table ID. So guys, that is what I wanted to show you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to my channel and like the video and share it as much as possible. I promise that I will make the second version of it where I'm going to show you how to fetch data uh, using Java Persistence API and Hibernate. Thank you for watching. See you next time.